Okay guys, hey, Nate West here. I'm back with the Supercycle saga. So, didn't get many responses in the last video as to whether they figured it fixed my issue or not, but I didn't really give it much time before doing this video, and the reason being is that I really want to unveil the newest project because I'm excited about it. So with that being said, at this point in time in this video, we're at roughly 43 seconds in. Put in the comments right now if you think that fixed my issue of the rear rim and the chain derailing in the videos that I'll put the link up, or it'll be in the description, for me changing the axles around, stuff like that, for the very first time. And that did work out. I succeeded in that. I want you guys to put in the comments, and now we're at 117, and just say, hey, it fixed his issue, or no, of course it didn't fix his issue. I'm not sure if it did or not. Let's find out. Okay, so as you can see, we got the rear rim back on the bike. Chain's reattached. The tension is on it. I haven't rehooked the brakes up yet. Let's see if it fixed the issue. I want to try to do this so I can get it in the camera shot, which makes it a little bit more difficult. The clutch is in, so I should be able to just pull the pedals. Oh, look at that. Oh, no. Looks like we're having similar issues. Ooh, what a disappointment. So, let's bring you in closer here. Okay, so, same issue. I lied when I said I didn't know if it fixed the issue or not. I already knew it didn't. I just want to see if people would put in the comments what they thought first. But anyway, so we're still having the same frickin' chain derailment issues, and the axle is now set correctly. There's nothing more to be done there. There's nothing more I can do to change that. The bearings are actually working very nicely in it. As a pedal bike, it's going to be great. However, I don't want it as a pedal bike. I want it as a motorized bike, like I intended it to be. And this is driving me nuts. So see which... Okay, I believe the chain, as the sprocket spins, the chain is pulled in this direction into the motor, and then it feeds out this way. So this is the way it seems to want to go, or something. I can't, so it's causing me a little bit of confusion here as to whether the sprocket is sitting too far out or too far in. I think it's sitting too far in, based upon how, if you look at where it's sitting on the chain stage at the top, it's pretty, yeah, it's not bad, right? But then you get around to the bottom. I don't know if I can get this on camera or not. I'm going to try. It's going to shift a sec. Okay, get around to the bottom, and you can see, well, it's getting a little closer until it's right on the inside of the chainstay. So, well, I don't know, and that causes the chain to always want to derail in this direction, which is the same problem I was having before, and it's not my modified tensioner. Believe me, if I were to put the factory tensioner on there that had the ribs on it that can help guide the chain, it's still going to click and clank and clack while it tries to derail, and then it'll rip apart the tensioner. I've already been down that road. Not trying that again. I'm wasting more factory tensioners, even though they're cheap as frig. I prefer the skateboard wheel tensioner. This is a great idea. And I do have an arc tensioner, but there's no point putting it on until I get this problem straightened away. So, if you guessed that it didn't fix my issue, you guessed right. So, this may go on the back burner for a bit. However, while it does, I'm probably going to remove this nice motor, brand new motor, off of this Supercycle. I do have an older motor I've been working on here, and I'm going to make a video series of it. I've already done some work, but I've taken some pictures along the way, so hopefully I can edit them in and all that. But here's the lower, and it's a great functioning lower, very smooth. It's got the old school style crank in it. It is definitely not the new school block with the channels, but ports. However, the guy who sold it to me said that she ran like a top and had lots of torque and all that, and there was a major compression band on it, and I was able to remove a lot of it when I decked it, as you'll see in the comparison pictures in those series of videos when we get into this motor. However, that's the motor I will be using on the Supercycle, and it may just become my winter bike, but I definitely have to get that rear rim issue straightened out. Okay, so now on to what I've been wanting to show you guys. So this baby here is going to be my newest project. Now, I did do some research on this and did discover that these Pacific Coast choppers, that they made a limited amount of them, and at this point in time, I believe they are collectible. Anywhere as I've found them online, they've been under the collectible bike section or something of those nature. So nonetheless, I paid $125 for this baby, and no, it's not hot. It's actually 100% clean. So I'm going to restore them the best I can. Maybe even restore the graphics. I may paint the frame. I haven't decided yet, but as a pedal bike even, it's a wonderful bike. It's actually a pleasure to drive, just pedaling it. So I can't wait to get the motor on it. Some research, I have discovered that I do need a motor mount that's offset. So maybe if you guys have suggestions, I've found one on BikeBerry. I'm not sure if there's other options. I'm Canadian, so I would prefer a Canadian option. But hey, if there's an American option, whatever. But if there's other options, or if someone has ever built on a Pacific Coast chopper, and specifically, then maybe they could offer some advice. But yeah, I definitely know I need the offset motor mount. I could fabricate it, but if they make one, then it would just be easier. I know sometimes you got to modify those motor mounts to work on, because they're still designed to work on all the different chopper frames out there. But nonetheless, so it's a steel frame, I believe, very rugged. So it's, in my opinion, great for the motorized setup. We got the front pegs here to put my feet when I'm driving. I will be putting in real suspension on the front, so real chopper style motorcycle forks, and then mounting these back on. However, you know, these will do for now, and I'm going to put front disc brakes on her. I've already moved everything, my cell phone cup case and my cup holder over to this bike, because I have been actually using this. And the seat, nice and comfortable, needs a little bit of restoration, but that's going to be part of the fun. This is going to be my long-term project, guys, and I'm definitely going to be taking my time at this, and I want it done right. So if people can definitely help me with suggestions and stuff like that along the way, I'm willing to listen, because I want the suggestions. I love how the one brake that does have, how it's hard to get lighting once again, right? But it's fed into the frame. So as you can see, it feeds into the frame right here.
Alright, builders.
Oh,
I just purchased
sorry.
my first 3D printer.
That's going to be an interesting one to watch. 3D printed motorized bike motor. So yeah, the cable feeds into the frame there, and next to the side of the frame here. So, you know, like, I'm going to run all my cables that way, right? Like, maybe not all my cables, but wiring, stuff like that. I'm going to run it through there, I think. I'll probably just stick with the standard V-brake on the back for now. I may eventually go with a disc brake, but it's fine right now with the V-brake as far as I'm concerned. Disc brake in the front. Obviously, another challenge is going to be mounting the tensioner. You know, our forks there are pretty. They're not the same as like your beach cruiser frame. This is not going to be your standard build, right? But this is going to be so much better. But I don't really want to put a factory tensioner there. No. Arc tensioner, it's going to look too weird because unless I fabricate my own, that may work here. But I don't think the chain would. I don't think it would give enough tension. So I'm thinking just going with one of those spring-loaded tensioners that mount to the motor. And give a little, and if I got to add a stronger spring, whatever, as long as it puts the tension on the chain, that's the main thing. I've seen another build on this specific frame where the guy mounted the tensioner kind of downwards, right, and it was putting tension on the chain this way. Yeah, I didn't like that, so that's not how I'm going to be doing it. Definitely need the hub adapter that allows it to extend for the fat tire. So. If anyone can help me with the recommendations on that as well, because I'm not sure exactly which hub adapter I would need for the Pacific Coast chopper. But I am aware that they require a special hub adapter that brings them out a certain distance, right? So, because everything has to line up, and that's important. Hence the reason why you need the offset motor mount. And with the fat tire, the chain has to be able to clear the fat tire. And I may have to modify or cut a little bit out of this, unfortunately, but that's okay because I can do it nice and tidy. And then for the motor, what I really want to do, but right away, I'm going to just put your factory basic 80cc motor on it and just get it going factory, and just to make sure that everything's lined up, the sprocket's doing its job, all of that, right, before I put a higher powered motor and all that on. But in the end, what I really want to do is build an MS440 and put that on, because I got lots of 80cc lower ends, and then maybe even build two MS440s and twin them together and run them off one carb with an oversized jet. I got some ideas for down the road, but this is going to be a long-term project, and I'll definitely be making videos, so people who do follow me, who actually appreciate the time that I try to put into these, even though I'm not the best cameraman and I don't have the best equipment for that, hopefully people appreciate it. And if they do, hey, I'm happy to make these videos. It gives me something to do. Hi, Angelica. So anyway, that's going to be the newest project. And like I said, the Supercycle is pretty much going on the back burner, other than putting that other motor on. And if I can get the rear rim lined up and all that, then I will. I believe it may have something to do with the motor mount on that. Maybe because the adapter plate is bent to a certain shape. I don't know. Maybe it's just making the motor not sit the way it could, and then therefore it's not lining up exactly. But it's almost like I need an offset motor mount for that bike too, or the sprocket sitting too far in. As I said earlier in the video, but hopefully someone can help me with that too. But anyway, I hope I'm very happy with the fact that I got this, and I will be building this into something, and this will be my long-term project. A little bit of restoration is in play first, and I would like people's opinion on, will I be decreasing the value if I paint the frame? I definitely want to try to keep the decals, but I want to change the coloring. I want more black, white, red type thing. And so I would imagine I'd have to have a graphic shop do the decals for me. But nonetheless, I want to kind of keep the same theory going on here and the same similar decals, but maybe get rid of the flames and go with spider webs or skeletal things. I don't know. But black and white theme with red accent. So anyway, that's what I'm probably going to do. But either way, like motor-wise, like I said, those are my plans as well. So, yeah. Like and subscribe if, you enjoy what you're seeing so far. I'm sorry I haven't got a lot of driving footage, but I guess that's just the nature of it. Until I get one up and running, then I won't have a lot of driving footage. But with that being said, I got a brand new, I'm paying $300 for it, but I got a brand new bike that coming in soon that the frame's pretty much designed. I think it's not a beach cruiser, but it's very similar. But the frame is designed it's your basic V frame, and the motor can just mount right on it. So I will be doing that build as well to get something up and running right away. And then I can get some driving footage in and stuff too. Maybe tune a motor on it, whatever, right? So those are my future plans, and this is going to be my baby. This is going to be my main build, so I'm up for any suggestions. Definitely going to be doing a modified exhaust that extends to the back, all sorts of stuff. So I want to hear suggestions, fellas. Help me out with this, you know. And also, if there's challenges that I have not noticed yet that you guys may know, like such as I'm mentioning this, I forgot to mention this, I will need a double chain, or maybe I already did mention that. But anyway, I will need to double up a chain because we got a longer frame here, and the motor's going to sit closer to the front. It just has to. So yeah, I would love to hear people's suggestions, and obviously I'm very happy that I got this, and I can't wait to have it motorized, but I want to take my time on it and do it right. Okay, thanks for watching.